Well, my name is RJ Singh. I'm 39 years old. I'm the corporate director of a company called Cora Group. I'm also the founder of Ultra Habits, which is a podcast and just all around badass brand. So I'm an ultra runner. I run distances on trails typically longer than 42 kilometers. It can range in terms of complexity, terrain, difficulty, distance, everything, yeah. Yeah, well, look, I've had multiple challenges. As someone that hasn't been doing it for an overly long time, I kind of threw myself into the deep end. I've had cramping issues. I've had issues with muscle movement, joint movement, fatigue, also nutrition issues as well. Yeah. So the reason I came to you guys is I had an inclination that I should be running less and doing more strength training, and it was a difficult decision to make, one that I felt was the right decision. So I put faith in you guys to kind of get me stronger for the races.
So yeah, one of the things about RJ was he's a super complicated case. So not only is he running super long distances, but we're also trail running and making sure that we're climbing. So a big issue for us was our running mechanics, so an efficiency for those distances, but also our strength efficiency when we're clambering, when we're climbing, when we're hopping and stepping up with our legs. Being a complicated case as himself, recovery management was the main thing. So not only were we looking at his time in the gym, but managing his time outside the gym, and working into those big running sessions with 6 days a week, 7 days a week sometimes. So yeah, the important thing for us was making sure that his time was best spent in here, looking at his efficiency, his technique, his mechanics, but also making sure that we're recovering properly and not overdoing ourselves, especially with such a short lead.
I think what I'd also add to that is typically with running coaches that I've had in the past, they've really loaded me with lots of running, and they're professional runners, most of these guys, and they've forgotten the fact that I've got young kids, I've got a family, I'm running a business, and I've come into these races actually fatigued, realizing it post race now that I've actually been in those races fatigued. And I think one of the things working with you, Dylan, is you've taken that into account, and actually there's been a lot of rest built into the program, which typically wasn't the case before.
Yeah, and it comes back to that holistic approach. So it's not just about the time we spend in here, it's actually how what we're doing here interacts with your lifestyle, your goals, your complicated situation, which, to be honest, RJ is one of the most complex we've had come through the door.
Yeah, so Buffalo Stampede and Bright Victoria, it's kind of the Victorian Alps, the closest thing we would have to European trails. It is over 4,500 meters in elevation, a lot of mountaineering, a lot of hiking, actually clambering with your hands. And it was something that I was a bit undercooked for. I mean, I was training maybe 6 weeks leading in. I've been off for a year on the back of a baby, so I had to come in from a very low base. I was a bit nervous, so yeah, the race went really well. It's a lot of elevation, a lot of climbing, no cramping, no nutrition issues, it wasn't grumpy. It was an extraordinary result. Yeah, so I've got a 30-kilometer, it'll be a fast race. It's part of the Spartan World Trail Series in Brisbane. It'll be cool weather, but there will be a lot of younger people that are running that race because it is a shorter distance. So it's really going to be about redlining the whole race and going as hard as I can from the get-go. So I guess we're going to vary the training, right?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, moving forward, it's going to be a lot of power development, a lot of speed development, taking your technique to the next level in terms of running mechanics. So we're going from not only efficient, but also to efficiently quick. So then that'll take us to the next step, and then yeah, recovery management around these shorter, more intense periods of time, and then yeah, as always, still working in and around RJ's schedule and RJ's life.